What if the thing holding you back isn't a lack of opportunity, but a lack of commitment to the opportunity that God already gave you? We live in a culture chasing the perfect church, the perfect job, the perfect relationship. So people hover in, but not all in. Committed, but with an exit plan. Present, but always scanning for something better. Because deep down, we have believed this lie. If I could just find the right situation, everything would click. But Scripture cuts through that thinking. Ecclesiastes chapter 11 and verse 4 says this: "He who observes the wind will not sow, and he who regards the clouds will not reap." So if you wait for perfect conditions, you will never plant. And if you never plant, you will never see fruit. And I see this play out all the time in hiring. Someone is qualified, they have the ability, the opportunity is right there, but they go back and forth, hesitant, uncertain, slow to commit. Why? Because they don't want to step into something hard. They're waiting for something cleaner, easier, more certain. But that perfect role they're waiting on, it has problems too. They just can't see them yet. And underneath it all is something deeper. We compare too much. We've become victims of a consumer mentality. We scroll through lives and jobs and churches and relationships and start to believe, I could do better somewhere else. I have something to offer that no one else recognizes. I don't want to feel stuck. I want something different. And in the process, we grow discontent. All the while, God has already opened a door right in front of us. But we hesitate because it doesn't look like what we imagine. Now, hear this clearly. Many opportunities are disguised as challenges. They don't look exciting at first. They look like work, pressure, responsibility, sacrifice. But that's often exactly where God is working. Now, next, let's be clear. There are times to leave. God does lead people to new places, new assignments, new seasons, but that is completely different from restlessness and discontent. Leaving should come from the leading of God, not the illusion that somewhere else will be easier. Because here's the truth that we don't like to admit. The grass may look greener on the other side, but you still have to mow it. Every church has challenges. Every job has frustrations. Every relationship requires work. So if you carry a discontent heart into the next place, you won't find peace. You'll just find new problems. Listen to how Scripture grounds us here. 1 Corinthians 7:17 tells us to only let each person lead the life that the Lord has assigned to him. That means your life is not random. You are placed and called to be faithful there. And don't dismiss where you are because it's not impressive. Zechariah 4:10, do not despise small beginnings. God often does his deepest work in places that look the least promising. But many people never see that work because they leave too soon. They never stay long enough to build, to grow, to see God work and move. That is why Jesus reminds us in Luke 16:10, one who is faithful in a very little is also faithful in much. Faithfulness is the pathway, not perfect conditions. That is why Paul could say in Philippians 4:11 and 12, I have learned in whatsoever situation I am in therefore to be content. Contentment is not found in a better situation. It is formed in a surrendered heart. So here's the challenge. Before you leave, ask, is God leading me, or am I just restless? Before you look elsewhere, ask, have I truly been faithful here? Then anchor yourself here. Psalm 37:3 says, trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and befriend faithfulness. Dwell, stay, work it, build it, stay in tune with God. The perfect opportunity isn't something you find, it's something God forms through your faithfulness. So yes, sometimes God does call you to leave, but most of the time, He is calling you to stay. Stop comparing, step into what's hard, and trust that what looks like a challenge today may actually be the very opportunity that God is using to shape your life. Hey, have a great Thursday. May the Lord bless you.